Hi and welcome to Grace for the Distracted, the podcast for beautifully scattered adults with ADHD, a longing for focus and a need for grace. My name is Ibe Giantkiller. I'm a radio presenter, voice artist, comedian, gospel music consultant, and a gospel music producer. But more than that, I'm someone who understands what it's like to live with a mind that never seems to switch off. If you've ever forgotten what you were saying mid-sentence, stared at your to-do list for 2 hours, or felt behind in a world that expects you to be on all the time, well, you're in the right place. I want to start with this truth. You are not broken. You might be distracted, you might be forgetful, you might feel like you're constantly running late, not just physically, but in life. And still, you're not broken. You're a person with a different kind of wiring, a person who deserves compassion, not condemnation. When I was first figuring out how my brain worked, I felt so much shame. Shame for not being together, for needing reminders, for losing focus even in prayer. But the more I've leaned into understanding, the more I've discovered there's grace for this. God's grace is not only for the obvious, spiritual stuff. It's for focus, frustration, and forgetfulness too. So let me ask you something. Have you ever called yourself lazy or unmotivated? Those are the words that the world throw around, but often ADHD isn't about lack of desire. It's about lack of regulation. Your brain wants to focus. It just struggles to choose where or when. And in the middle of that struggle, God doesn't step away. He draws close. In 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, Paul writes that God told him, "My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness." That includes mental overwhelm. That includes days when your executive function fails you. That includes the dishes you forgot in the sink. One simple thing that has helped me is name the win. Maybe you didn't finish the whole list today, but did you get out of bed, respond to that one email, or chose to rest instead of guilt? Celebrate that. This podcast isn't about being perfectly productive. It's about progress, peace, and grace. In closing, you are not lazy. You are not weird. You are not broken. You are wired differently and still wonderfully. I'm so glad you're here. Now subscribe and share this with someone who might need it. And come back next week for more real talk, reflection, and gentle encouragement for our beautiful distracted lives. Until then, remember, there's grace for the distracted.